All right, today we're diving into one of the most absurd and expensive problems in American healthcare. We're talking about the insane mountain of paperwork that's getting in the way of doctors actually taking care of patients.
So, get this number in your head. 9 billion. That is the number of faxes that the US healthcare system sends every single year. We've got AI, we've got instant everything, but for some reason our doctors and insurance companies are still communicating like it's 1985. It's not just a little outdated, it's a symptom of a much, much bigger problem.
And that problem? It costs us $1.5 trillion a year. Now, to put that into perspective for you, we spend as much money on billing and just administrative nonsense as we do on treating cancer. While the system is burning through trillions, 100 million of our friends, family, and neighbors are buried in medical debt.
But look, this isn't just about dollars and cents or funny stats about fax machines. This broken system has a real and often painful human cost.
So let me tell you about a guy named George. He's a 78-year-old Navy vet, and he's got congestive heart failure. His doctor says he needs a life-saving defibrillator. His care team had to send out 4 separate prior authorization requests. And what did they get back? 3 conflicting answers. The whole thing ate up 27 hours of staff time. And while they were all waiting, George collapsed. It was nearly fatal. The result? A trip to the emergency room and a bill for $186,000. So why? Why does this even happen? Well, it's because we've basically built 2 completely separate healthcare systems that run side by side. On the one hand, you have the clinical side. 96% of doctors and hospitals use modern electronic health records, which is great. But then you have the administrative side, the billing, the authorizations, all that stuff. And that side is stuck using tech from the 1980s, with dozens of different web portals that don't talk to each other. And this quote it sums up the whole mess perfectly. Your doctor has everything they need, all your data, right there on a computer. But your insurance company's system can't read it. So what's the brilliant solution? They fax each other. The whole architecture was designed before the internet as we know it even existed. And patients, well, we were kind of an afterthought. Okay, but what if there was a way to finally build a bridge between these 2 worlds? Well, there is, and it's inspired by a totally different industry that figured this exact same problem out decades ago. I'm talking about banking. The answer is to build the one piece of infrastructure that healthcare has been missing all along, a smart health hub. The easiest way to think about it is like a neutral 3-way connector, a central hub. It doesn't actually store any of the data. It just creates the pipes, the connections that let doctors, insurance companies, and most importantly, patients all talk to each other in real time, instantly and securely. But okay, you might be thinking, how on earth do you get competing hospitals and insurance companies to agree to use the same network? Well, you do what Visa did. So way back in the 1950s, Bank of America had this new thing called a credit card. Cool idea, but no other bank wanted to help their biggest competitor. The network stalled. The real breakthrough happened when they spun the whole thing off into its own neutral, independent company that was governed by all the member banks. That move right there, it built trust. And that trusted neutral system is what became the global network we all know today as Visa. That's exactly how we can solve the trust problem in healthcare. You create a neutral entity, like a public benefit corporation, so no single company can buy it or control it. You line up everyone's incentives with a tiny little fee on transactions, so everyone saves money by being more efficient. And you create a single connection, a single on-ramp, so a doctor's office just has to plug in once to reach every single insurance company, just like that. And maybe the best part of all, it finally puts you, the patient, right in the middle of it all, with the ability to see all your coverage, your care, and your costs in one simple place.
For doctors, it means getting an okay for a procedure in seconds instead of weeks. It means getting paid in 3 days, not 90. For you and me, the patients, it means no more of those awful surprise bills. For small, rural hospitals that are just barely hanging on, this kind of efficiency could literally be the thing that keeps their doors open.
Doctors and hospitals, they save anywhere from $3 to almost $6 on every single claim they process. The insurance companies, they save money too.
The technology to fix this already exists. The blueprint for building a network everyone can trust. It's been done. The chance to save billions of dollars and, way more importantly, to make sure stories like George's don't happen again, it's right there, right in front of us. So the question really isn't how anymore. The real question is when.